Hello, my name is Taylor, and today we are going to go on a journey together of me making products for my upcoming farmers market booth that will be happening in about a month. So let's go ahead and get started. So this journey has taken me a lot longer than what I expected. I knew it would be a lot of work making handmade items for my upcoming farmers market booth, but I didn't realize just how long it would probably take me to make everything. I'm very busy. I'm still working full-time, so I have to carve out time every evening and on weekends to make sure that I am able to have enough time to create items. So with that being said, I am going to take you through some of the items that I have created, and I'm also going to insert some clips of me during the creation process of each item. So one thing that I've been working so hard on is creating jewelry out of melted plastics. I've been collecting any plastic waste that I have consumed over the past little bit, and I've been asking friends to bring me plastic waste anytime they have any, and what I have been doing with that is actually melting it down into jewelry. So here are all of the bracelets I have made so far. Now, about half of them are made with melted plastic, like that one. Little beads created from the melted plastic. So those have been super fun to work on. Also just had so much fun creating just beautiful little bracelets, you know, different beads. I just think they are a great touch to any outfit. But yes, I have definitely had so much fun creating the ones with the plastic on them, and it's really neat how they actually get very hard. They're not going to be flimsy, so they're very good quality, so I'm very impressed with that. But yes, here is what I have so far, and I know that I have a lot more to go, but that is definitely something that I am going to continue working on. I obviously have created so many earrings. I'm not going to be able to really hold them all up, but I'm going to insert either a video clip or a picture of what I have so far. But basically, if we just, for example, look at this one, I'm so excited because I also ordered a little stamp with my logo on it. Tailor the label. Okay, and yeah, so I have just created some jewelry out of melted plastic. It has been turning out so good. Here's just another really cool one, and it's really great because working with the white plastic or the clear plastic, you're able to burn it actually, so it gives off this really neat black finish on the edges. So another one that I have here are just some little studs. I have probably about 30 earrings that I've made so far. People have already shown interest in the earrings and the jewelry so far. So that means, you know, that's probably going to be an item that might sell out fast. Another fun little item that I have been working on are scrunchies. I haven't finished weaving in the end of this one yet, but I have a bin here of scrunchies. As I mentioned, I still have a lot more to work on. So the next item I want to show you guys is actually a bag that I made completely out of old t-shirts, and the straps actually have a really cool story behind them. So my dad, and he had actually found a bunch of old wooden pallets that were being given away by a brewery that we live nearby, or that my parents live nearby. These pallets actually had these really cool straps on them, I guess just for lifting the pallet. Now, I keep everything. So he actually found these probably about 4 years ago, and I have sewn them to this bag that I did crochet out of old t-shirts. I'm really happy with all the colors. Now obviously there are some finishing things that I have to do before I actually sell it. Obviously with t-shirts, that their seams are going to be sticking out, so I just have to go around and hand sew those down, just so they don't stick out as much. And then I also have to add in a lining, because I do still want the bag to, you know, look nice, and if you put something in, I don't want it to fall out, so I'm going to be adding a lining. Okay, so now I have this big box, and in my big box are mini cosmetic bags. So there's again a little story behind these. Now I'm not going to pull them all out, but you can see that there's so many in here. I have about, I'm going to say 40 of them, and they're all different shapes. How I came to acquire so many tote bags, all with different fabrics. So one was at a thrift store, and I found a huge book full of fabric samples, something like a furniture store would use to display all of their potential fabrics you can get for a couch or furniture. So I saw this massive book of all of these fabric swatches. These fabric swatches were just hoarded away in a box in my sewing room for probably about 3 years, and I had no idea what I was going to do with them, and I knew I should hold on to them for something special. And you know, today is the day again where they have finally proved useful. So some more items that I have been working on are these reusable produce bags. So they're super cool. I'm obsessed with them. Acquired lots of yarn again from the thrift store. As you can tell, there's a theme here. All of my items are either going to be thrifted, you know, recycled products. So I've been thrifting lots of these cool multicolored yarns. Now, one thing that I look out for when I am thrifting for yarns, specifically for these produce bags, is a durable yarn. Now, for example, I'm using this softer yarn for making clothing, but this yarn, this is a bit more of a thicker yarn that you would probably use to make a dishcloth or something like that. Something that can be durable and washed a ton, and you know, won't really have that wear and tear that might happen with this thinner, fluffier yarn. Working hard to crochet those reusable produce bags, and they are coming along quite nicely. Alright, we are back from the thrift store, so now I'm just gonna quickly show you guys everything that I've picked up. Oh, the first piece I found was this massive piece of fabric. It has this really neat pattern on it. The first thing I thought of was I could make a vest out of this, or a really cool bag. But yeah, it's definitely a bit thicker. It almost feels like upholstery fabric. Anyways, I'm obsessed with it. I think it's gonna be super cute. Okay, now this next find was probably gonna be for me. I am obsessed with making bathing suits. I spend a ton of time at the beach in the summer. I love playing volleyball on the beach, going swimming, going camping, all that good stuff. Anyways, it's this gorgeous red jersey material. I'm obsessed. So I'm probably gonna make another bathing suit out of this one. This next piece is kind of an odd shape. It's basically very long. Because of the sun, it looks blue, but in real life, it's a bit of a darker green. Yeah, but basically it's this velvet fabric, and again, it feels like upholstery fabric, but the first thing I thought of was I have to make a bag. some kind of bag out of this, or honestly even a really cool bucket hat. Like, just imagine that. Now next, I just found a ton, I'm talking like a ton of this white material. It feels like a cotton, but kind of a thinner cotton. I don't know what I'll make with this. There's so much of it. I don't know what I'll make with it. I was thinking maybe a tote bag, maybe towels, like a little towel set. Next, I also found more white fabric, just like a ton of white fabric. But this is a little bit different. Oh, there you go. As you can see, it has a bit of a flowery pattern. I was thinking gorgeous top can be made out of this, and there's tons, so I can make a few in different sizes. Lastly, for fabric, I found this almost canvas material. On one side, it has lines. Now I'm gonna see if you can see that. Yes, as you can see, it has like white lines with then it goes into the fabric, white lines. Okay, now my big hope was that I would be able to find some kind of cutlery, okay, because I have been wanting to so badly make jewelry out of cutlery, and I finally did find some. You know, they're pretty good prices too, $2.99 and $3.99. Basically what I was looking for is forks that are thin so I could bend them, and then ones with just like a nice pattern on the bottom. These ones are nice. They have that detailing on the side. My grand total that I spent was $41.50 for all of that, which really isn't bad. Okay, now I wanted to show these towels really quick because they were all thrifted from my local thrift store, and there are some really beautiful ones that I found. So I was really looking for bright summer colors, and this one had this beautiful fringe that I definitely want to incorporate on a pair of shorts, and it definitely looks vintage by this tag, so that was a really cool find. And you know, I was just looking again, like I said, for towels with really fun summer colors, and I was so happy I was able to find that. Another cool towel, so this is the Beer Cerveza Sole. It is a really just cool towel, you know, with that logo on it. So I'm also keeping an eye out for any towels maybe with beer logos on them, you know, just kind of bringing that Canadian summer vibe, you know, by the cottage, drinking like an Alexander Keith or a Molson Canadian. Yeah, so I'm really on the lookout for any towels with logos like that on it. I was able to thrift this really beautiful thick brown fabric. Now it looks, well, it's not leather, but it looks kind of like fake leather. So I'm thinking it must have been an upholstery fabric. It's pretty thick, but I was thinking, you know, maybe I can make a cute bag, or maybe even a jacket out of this, or a vest, just something really neat. So that is definitely something I'm going to work on. I am so excited for that fabric. Is 6:50 a.m. on Sunday, March 10th. I am not a morning person. For anyone who knows me, it is early for me, okay? But I am making good progress on some crochet tops for my market booth, so I figured if I want to get all this done, I have to get up early. I have to start working on it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and crochet for a few hours, and then I'm hoping to check back in and update you guys all on the progress. Alright, so in this frame, my best friend and my mom are helping me cut tote bags, and my mom is also cutting out some dish towels. Here I am crocheting a yellow top, which you saw in the previous frame, and then my wonderful boyfriend comes in to check on our progress because we have been here for a few hours. So that is what we were up to on this day. Okay, and here is just another quick look at another piece that I'm making. It is a granny square vest. I'm really hoping that this I can finish up maybe today. I want to add a scallop edging and then maybe a tie or buttons to close it. And I still have one more row to make and one more panel on the front, and then that will be done. And obviously I'm hoping to make a few different sizes of this. Record. Okay, we're getting ready to build the clothing rack. Let's go ahead. There. Okay, so here are the items that I've worked on. This is not all that I will have, but we are currently working on building up the inventory. I want to start with this cardigan that I've crocheted. It's got this beautiful pink and white. I just think it's so adorable. And then I have this really cute halter tie back little festival top. I think it's going to be so cute in the summer. And I have another top. Yellow definitely was the theme we were going for here. Okay, so here is the next piece. I have to say this is probably one of my favorite pieces that I have created so far. As you can tell, I still have to weave in the ends, but that is not a huge issue. I just really wanted to focus on getting the piece put together. So I definitely will be making more of these. I am so happy with how it turned out. It was a lot of work. It took me probably about 3 or 4 days, like total, to complete it. Now I have this beautiful top. This is a super light yarn, so it's going to be great for the summertime. Now my only issue is I love the idea of the ties on the side, but I think I just made them a bit too thick because they just hang really bulky. So I think what I'm going to do is take off the ties and either make them smaller or just completely stitch the shirt together on the side. I have not decided yet, but regardless, I love how the body of the shirt turned out. Now, these next two tops I actually made a few years ago, and I knew that I didn't want to get rid of them. They are really cute, and they're kind of halter, bralette, festival tops. I have to adjust the straps a little bit. I'm noticing they're a bit loose. If I wanted them, you know, to fit a bit snug on someone, they would need to be a bit tighter on the sleeves. So I have a few alterations there. And you know, I am still definitely going to be working on creating more crochet pieces. Alright, so now I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about some behind the scenes, you know, items that have really helped me with creating my small business. Okay, now when it came to the logo, I was trying to lino cut a logo myself. Now, I was trying to be cheap, save some money, it just was not working. It was a lot more work than what I bargained for. So I went ahead and ordered just a stamp with my logo on it. Also, when it comes to the clothing, I will be stamping this into fabric paint and making tags. Now, next I did go ahead and order business cards, so I'm going to show you guys them now. Okay, they have my QR code for, I can't see which is which, but one is for my Instagram, one is for my YouTube channel, and then I have my email where you can contact me. I've gone ahead and ordered a square. So I have not actually gone ahead and set it up yet, but I know you have this app that you have to download. I kind of debated if I should get a square, but you know, I know it's an investment, but it's going to be a good one, and I'm hoping it will increase a little bit of the traffic I get to my booth with people knowing that they can pay credit or debit. So in this big box, it is really big. It's about 6 feet by 4 feet when it's rolled out, but I have this massive banner, and I'm going to insert a picture here of what it looks like, but I have this massive banner that I will be hanging at my booth. You know, I just was really thinking, should I try to hand make a sign, but I want everything to be consistent. I also want to, like I said, invest in essentials that I know will last me for a while and that I will want to use at every market. And overall, the goal of, you know, my market booth is to be sustainable and maybe spark ideas or conversations, or, you know, just share my love for creating and sustainability. I definitely am not trying to push it on anyone. I just think it's really cool, the stuff you can make with it. And saying earlier, it's definitely my dream to be doing this, and I can't wait to see where it takes me. I am back. I have completed my first market. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. I definitely made a good profit, and a bigger profit than I thought I would make. But I will say, yeah, there are a few factors that definitely came into play. You know, it's an outdoor market, so the weather, of course. And then I also would say, I'm thinking the time of year, you know, people aren't really expecting, you know, an outdoor market this time of year, so it's not really on their radar. So I would say that as well. I went out to a smaller market because, you know, some of these markets in the city were actually wanting insurance and things like that, and I just wasn't able to provide that with the time given. So it was easier for me to go out and, you know, go to a smaller city center. However, yeah, there were some cons with that, but that doesn't mean that has discouraged me by any means. I think maybe overall I'll just be hoping for a larger turnout. In terms of things that sold, let's talk about that. So I had my jewelry, and actually the jewelry sold very well. It was the earrings that sold. I did sell a few bracelets, not as many as I thought. What else sold? Actually, pot holders. That was the one thing I was kind of not expecting to sell. I think I sold like 3 or 4 pot holders. And then what else? I sold all my tote bags, I think, except 1 or 2. So that was really good. What else? You know, some people bought prints, but not as many as I would have hoped for. So that's why I'm saying I think my art just really isn't meant for this demographic, for this small town. Yeah, I'm definitely looking into some more bigger city markets. I definitely think they'll just get my art a little bit more. That is what I've noticed so far. Who knows, maybe the next market might be a little bit different, but we'll see, and I'll keep you guys updated definitely on my Instagram, which I will be posting down below, because as you guys saw, it took me so long to get this video out.
I'm sorry.
I'm still working full-time, so trying to navigate that plus make everything, it's just easier to update you guys on my Instagram. I will be continuing to add to my items that I'm making. You know, I didn't get a chance to actually make those rings and bracelets and necklaces out of the old cutlery that I bought. Really hoping now I will have a bit more time. You know, things have slowed down a little bit. I'm hoping I'll have a bit more time to actually make those items and to work on that. There were a few things in the beginning of the video that I said I would make, but I didn't. But I still want to include it because, you know, it kind of shows the real process of a, you know, of a creator or of someone who is, you know, making stuff. Well, I know for me, I have a billion different ideas, but then some might not be able to be executed the way I want them to, so then I just scrap the whole idea. Also, another thing, I was really stressed about my prices, and you know, I had obviously set prices, and the more I thought about it, I was getting nervous that people wouldn't think my things are worth what I was pricing them. But I'm sure if you guys have seen a few of my other videos, you know how long it can take to make one item. You know, it can literally take days. So, for example, with all the clothing, you know, that I crocheted, that literally took, one item literally took me 2 days. You know, maybe even 3 or 4 days for one item. And that is so much of my time, you know, because I am still working full time. So then I would do it on the weekends. Really, the more and more I thought about it, I am becoming more confident pricing my items for what I actually think they're worth. And I think it's definitely something as a creator who's starting to sell their items, it's something that you have to get used to. But, you know, my whole goal is to promote sustainability and to promote having these items that can be upcycled. And, you know, as you saw, all my fabrics were thrifted, you know, not one was purchased new. So I think the whole idea behind my items is that, you know, we're preventing items from going to waste, or fabrics from going to the landfill, or, you know, garbage, literal trash. I turn trash into, you know, items. So the whole point is sustainability. I wanted to say thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, for watching me go to my first farmer's market. I will have 2 more for the springtime, and I will be hoping to add on dates as well, and I have some in the fall. So you can find out all that information on my Instagram.